Hi, this is the Tom Savini Digital Film Program building, but we also have the Tom Savini Special Makeup Effects Program, and well, that's me.
Have you ever made a drastic mistake that kind of hurt a production, or you
Yeah. On what the hell movie was it? The Prowler. You know, we have to sometimes cast an actor's face to get a plaster duplicate to, you know, create the appliances and stuff in sculpture. Well, I cast this girl's, the lead actors, and there was cinnamon in the alginate that we cover her face with, and it dyed her blood red for 4 days, since she was the star. So they couldn't use her for 4 days because I dyed her red, and she was really upset. But I didn't know. I mean, you can smell it, but you can't see the red cinnamon in the alginate. But that's probably no Creepshow. On Creepshow, everything worked that we did on Creepshow, except anything we tried on Stephen King. You know, he turns into a big plant. So we had eyeballs. We couldn't get him in his eyes because his reflexes were too tight. We had a hand that grew plants. Couldn't get that to work. A tongue that nothing worked on Stephen King. And I wanted to impress this guy. You know, it's Stephen King. So nothing like that we tried on Stephen King Creepshow worked. But that's it. Usually, you know, you have a lot of prep time. You get take after take to perfect it. Well, let's see. What started me off on my path? I saw a movie when I was 11 years old called Man of a Thousand Faces. It's the story of Lon Chaney. I mean, I was just a little Italian kid loafing in Bloomfield on the corners until I saw that movie. And from that day on, my life changed. See, before that, Frankenstein was real, the Wolfman was real, they were all real. I wish I could see a movie again through the eyes of a child where everything is real. But that movie was about a guy who created monsters. So I was like, well, yeah, I guess, yeah, somebody creates the monsters. So I decided then I wanted to be the guy that creates monsters.
What movies, shows, etc. have you been a part in, and what is, if you could just tell us your favorite thing that you've been a part of?
Well, God, I've done so many. I've done about 37 films. But some of my favorites, well, Dusk Till Dawn. You know, I played Sex Machine in Dusk Till Dawn. How many guys can call it Sex Machine? You know. Now, I was at a party once, and these suits, the producers, in the middle of Dusk Till Dawn, they were talking to me. Well, are you in this movie? Yeah. What are you playing? Sex Machine. Well, they couldn't stop laughing. And I was like, well, why are you laughing? Well, every guy wants to be called Sex Machine, and you're playing a guy called Sex Machine. So that was a good part. The leader of the motorcycle gang in Dawn of the Dead, that was fun. What else? As a makeup effects guy, probably Creepshow, because that was 5 movies in one, and I did all the makeup effects and the creatures. And I created Jason for Friday the 13th, part 1. Then I killed him in part 4. Part 4 was called The Final Chapter, because that was really going to be the last one. But it made so much money. I mean, that's why there's a Friday the 13th movie in the theaters right now.
If you could go back, what would you choose the same career, or would you maybe journey on a different path?
Well, yeah, I know. I might go. My dream coming out of high school was to go to Los Angeles, establish residency, go to school free, UCLA perhaps, go to a film school, and just start a career in Hollywood. I was gonna live with my brother who was living out there. And when I graduated high school, there was a knock on the door. It was my brother coming back from California. He's divorced, now he's gonna live in Pittsburgh again. So that dream never happened. But if I had my way, let's say if you believe in reincarnation, I would want to come back in the year 1925 at Universal Studios. And then my life would have followed a path that I would dreamed of, you know. But Hollywood came to me. Hollywood came to Pittsburgh, and I was lucky enough to be under that cloud when it arrived, and you know, it's paid off. My career did happen, even though I didn't go to LA to make it happen. I still live in Pittsburgh. I work in LA a lot, but I'm an East Coast guy. I can't stand the attitude out there. Are you somebody? Should I talk to you? Are you somebody? That's their attitude, you know, and it's not me. Savini's Terramania, it'll be a compilation of, you know, little horror shorts. And it'll involve the makeup students as well as the film students and the graphic arts students, because we've got to have a DVD cover box, you know. Illustration department, you know, we've got all these departments here. That's what makes our school, film school, different than any others. We've got all these departments. Makeup department, illustration, graphic arts, like the studios of, you know, days gone by. So, you know, if I need storyboards, illustrators will do that. We've got Dorian Clevenger, the fantasy film artist, you know, that we can use for box art. So it's pretty much, you know, a big toy. You know, Hitchcock used to call making movies, and Spielberg said the same thing. it's like a big toy, a big train set for us grown-ups to use in making, the films.